In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to share with you all the needles that you need to know as a beginner or professional beader in order to create amazing beaded masterpieces. If you'll be interested in spending some time learning more about these set of tools that are sure to assist you in your journey to improving your creativity and growing income as well as visibility as a fashion brand owner in 2025 and beyond, please make sure to watch this video all the way through. Remember to like the video while watching. Remember to also subscribe to this channel and don't hesitate to drop your thoughts, comments, suggestions down in the comment section. All right, friends, welcome. What I have in front of me are what we call needles, and there are different types of needles here. They all look, especially these four needles look alike, but they are different, and I'm going to share with you the difference. And this other needle is particularly different from these, similar four needles that we have going on here. I'm going to start from here and then work my way in this direction. This first needle, just like the name goes, as we can see on here, it says hand sewing needles. That simply means that if you have a quick hand sewing job to do, this is the type of needle that you're supposed to use. Oh, something ripped, a little part of your outfit ripped, and you don't feel like taking it to someone that can do alterations, or you don't feel like, going all the way to get a sewing machine in order to fix it, and you can just use a quick needle and thread job to fix that tiny rip in your outfit or whatever it is they are trying to stitch together. This is where this hand sewing needle comes into play. You use it for quick, simple stitches, okay? Things like creating gathers on outfits as well. If you have an outfit that you're trying to make and you want to quickly put gathers into those, into that particular outfit, this is the type of needle that you use to do things like your gathered stitches. Or you have a child that is new to sewing. I remember in primary school growing up, we had, a particular class, I think it was home economics, where we had to use hand needle to learn different types of stitches, running stitches, simple stitches, things like that. People that grew up in my generation, you know what I'm talking about. These hand sewing needles is what you would typically use for that kind of project. This hand sewing needle is not the type of needle you use for beading. But there's a clause to that statement that I just made. You can use these hand sewing needles when you're creating something like a beaded bag. And the job of this needle is simply to assist you in inserting your fishing line into certain portions of the beads that you're using for your beaded project, okay? The beaded bag or beaded slippers that you're trying to make. These hand sewing needles can come into play in certain types of beading. But when it comes to things like beading and outfits, those types of outfits you see on pages like Vicky James' page, Becca Needles and Stitches, CEO Limini, Imagine by Bukola, those types of pages, this is not the needle that they are using. These types of needles are what we call beading needle. They are specifically made for the purpose of beading. I will start from this one right here. The difference between these four needles is their sizes. You see here we have number 12, 11, 10, 9. This size 12 needle, let me show us really quickly, is very slim. So when you're working with beads such as your broken glass beads, let me just show us really quickly. When you're working with beads like this, okay, I have this big needle here, let me remove it. You can use this type of needle, this size 12 needle, because it's very slim. These tiny beads will pass through without any issue, okay? If you use a chunky bead to work with beads like this, these tiny types of beads, chances are these beads will not pass through the needle, and that's the end. You can't bead anything, you can't do anything. So the job of these slimmer needles is to assist you when working with really, really tiny beads, really, really tiny types of sequence, okay? That's where this size 12 needle comes into play. We also have size 11. If you know how I feel about size 11 needle. Size 11 needle has to be one of my favorite types of needles because it's just the perfect beading needle in my opinion. I use it a lot. I reach for it a lot in the work that I do, both here on YouTube and offline. So this one as well, this size 11 needle as well, very slim. This can also work when you're working with certain types of beads, like this type of bead, this seed beads or sand bead now, this sand bead and broken glass bead. You can use size 11 beading needle to work with them, and it will pass through because it's very slim, and these beads now are tiny enough to pass through it. That's the beauty of this particular one. So size 11 and 12 needles are perfect needles when working with this style of beads. Now we are going to move to something that we call size 10. Size 10 is the elder sister, I should say, of size 11 and size 12 needles. Size 10 needles would work with chunkier types of beads. So I'm talking pearls. I'm talking size 6, size 8 crystal beads. This type of crystal bead that I put here as well, this style of teardrop crystal bead, it will work for this size 10 needle because the hole in it is relatively big. Can we see the hole in it? So this style of needle will work for this type of bead because it's thicker. It won't easily snap. If I use size 12 needle for this type of bead, while in the process of beading and all of that, chances are this needle will break, and then I have to be re-threading my needle, and it will just spoil my workflow. So if I'm working with a bigger bead, a stronger bead, it's better to work with a stronger needle. That's where this size 10 needle comes into play. So when you're working with heavy beads, work with a bigger needle. Okay, this style of needle would work. Size 9 as well. This size 9 needle is also very similar to the size 10 needle that I showed us. It's chunky, it's very big. It won't just, you can't easily bend it. Meanwhile, size 11 and size 12 needle, you can actually bend them. Okay, some people even like to bend this size of needle, bend it a little bit just to allow for easy picking of beads. That's what they say. But me, I don't really care when I'm beading. I just use my needle the way it is. So this size 9 needle as well, when working with heavier beads, bigger beads, you use the size 9 needle. It would allow your work move smoothly. It won't be breaking anyhow and things like that. I hope that makes sense for us. So I get a lot of questions in the comment section, people asking, Ofunbi, how do I know the type of needle to use? How do I know the type of thread to use? Which one is the best? Which one is the worst? There's no best or worst needle. There's no best or worst thread. It all depends on the project that you're working on and the results that you're trying to get. So as a beader, someone that is trying to do this line of work, it's important to know your tools in order to make the right decision when selecting the tools that you want to work with for whatever project that you're trying to carry out for yourself. So I hope after watching this video, we all basically understand the types of needles that we have when it comes to beading, and we all know how to make the right decision when buying. Because one of the most painful things as a beginner is when you find yourself wasting a lot of money buying things and you find out that you bought the wrong thing. That's not the right thing you're supposed to buy for the work that you're trying to do. So I hope this video has helped you to know what it is that you need for the kind of projects that you have coming up for you or for your clients. If you enjoyed watching this video, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to this channel and you found this video useful, please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any other one of my videos. Turn on your post notification as well. Don't hesitate to share this video with your friends and family that you think will be interested in this type of content. Feel free to drop your thoughts in the comment section. All right, guys, I can't wait to see you all in another video very soon. Bye.